There was once a good father who had 2 sons. One day the younger one came to him with a shocking request. Could he have his share of his father's estate now? Which was tantamount to wishing his old man were dead. The father then shocked his son. Instead of arguing and disciplining him, he said yes, and began to sell off the estate. Within weeks the boy was packed and leaving home, his head high. The father stood on the doorstep watching him go as the day's shadows lengthened around him. "Keep in touch," he called, but there was no reply. The younger son made his way to the city and threw himself into life there. Once word spread that he was a wealthy man, he soon made friends. He embraced the high life and couldn't believe all the opportunities that came his way. The music was loud and the living was too. Till the money failed, and then little by little he discovered he was lost and empty. Ended up begging, then worse, selling his very self for a few scraps. No dignity left, just squalor and hunger and wasting away. Meanwhile, back home, the older brother was busy running the business. He should have been out there trying to find his brother and keep him from harm, bringing him home safely when it all fell apart. But no, he was having none of that. Eventually, the younger son begins limping home, little more than a ragged scarecrow now, his head spinning with hunger, full of regret and shame. He longs for some grace, some forgiveness, but knows he deserves punishment. He wants a welcome, but deserves nothing but the sound of a slamming door. And then it hits him, or rather, his father hits him, not with a slap or a shove, but an embrace that knocks the wind out of both of them. The old man must have been running full pelt towards him. The boy starts to mutter a repentant speech, but the words come out confused and muffled as the father wraps his body around the son he loves, mostly to welcome him home, but also to protect him from the accusations and rocks of the outraged village who have declared him dead. "Quick," the father calls to the befuddled servant behind him. "Get the best robe. We need to reinstate my boy. Show the world he's my son, that he's precious and vital. And my ring, he needs to put that on as a sign of my unbreakable affection for him. And get shoes for his feet. The poor boy's struggling here. Let's give him back his dignity. We need a party too," he says, "for all the community. They all need to be reconciled and part of the welcome." And so he helps his child make it home. That evening, as the party is in full swing, the father notices that his other son is missing, so he goes out to find his other lost boy. "What's going on?" the older son growls at his father, speaking the way no son should. "Why this party? And what was all that running down the road like a fool, like no father should? This is my money you're spending here. This is my estate now, and you're here throwing good money after bad." "Son," says the father, "my son, please. You're missing the point. Your brother was lost, gone for good. Remember how you wrote him off, refused to risk the search? But look, here he is, found, rediscovered, and you all proclaimed him dead, remember? Even you. But he isn't dead. He's here, resurrected, alive and well. We have to throw this party. He's home, ready to begin a new life. That's worth every penny of your estate, surely. Can't you see? Please, come to the party." And so we stand or sit here now, listening to this tale of welcome and generosity and forgiveness, an open-ended story offered to us, the other sisters and brothers. How will we respond? Will we come to the party too?